Hi, my name is Dave. I'm one of the owners here at Arrowhead Lodge on Lake Cabotogama, where our walleye are fat and sassy. And you know what? Our northern aren't too bad either. This isn't a large northern, but it's the perfect size for cleaning and eating. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my way of cleaning a northern and taking the Y bones out. And it's really quite simple. A lot of the cuts you're going to use are angled. And that's a big key for cleaning fish. A lot of people say, Dave, your knife must be really sharp. It's not sharp. I'm using the proper angles, and that makes a huge, huge difference. The only cut that doesn't take an angle is the anal fin cut, coming all the way down to that anal fin right here, okay? You already made your gill cuts, and again, you angle these toward the head. If you cut straight down, the scales will dull your blade, especially on a walleye. So, see how the knife is angled down to the backbone? I'm not pushing into the backbone, I'm riding down the backbone. And by having that angle, I don't have any meat left on the fish. Again, I'm going to cut down and just ride along that backbone, being careful not to cut through it. And there we go, no meat left. I'm going to clean off my board. That's another thing that I do quite a bit is I clean the fillets of the board, get all the blood out. Now we still have fins left on the fish, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the fins through the knife. Okay? See that? It's much easier than trying to saw through those fins to get them off. Now here I'm going to make a guide cut along the top of the rib cage, and that helps me get a better cut. See how I just pull them right through, and now again the blade is pointing up in this angle, and that way I'm taking just the ribs off and very, very little meat. So I'm going to do the same with this. Pull it through the knife. And I'm going to do a little guide cut here, right at the top of the rib cage. And that helps me get a better cut down the rib cage. Bingo. All the ribs are gone. Now to get the skins off, again, you don't want to move your blade, you want to pull the fish through the blade. Angling down toward the fillet, pull it right through. And of course now it's making a liar out of me, it's ripping the skin. That happens every once in a while. I don't think it's the knife's fault, I think it's just a weaker skin on the fish. Okay, so again, maybe we'll have a better time at it here. Cut down just to the skin and pull the fillet through the knife. And remember, the knife is angled toward the cutting board. Okay, now for the Y bones. Now, you want to clean the fillet off, and then sometimes you can kind of take your knife and let these little Y bones, the tips, stand up, and you have a dotted white line. And it dots all the way back to where it intersects the lateral line. Now the lateral line is this white line that runs all the way to the back of the fish. So now this is the top of the fish. The bones run toward the top of the fish. So the white dotted line is here. The top side of that, you cut in an angle to the top of the fish. See that? So we're actually leaving the dotted white line on the fillet. So I have the dotted white line right here, and now I have the lateral line here. The lateral line, put your blade right on that white line, and again, cut toward the front of the fish, or top of the fish. And it's a very easy cut because you're cutting the line. When you're done, it's very thin. that's just full of bones. The only reason you'd keep that is if you're pickling. There's no bones left on this northern. So let me show you again. This is the top side of the fish. We're going to clean it. We can see the dotted white line here. Maybe stand it up if you have to. Okay, you can see them a lot better. And again, they intersect the lateral line right here. So at the top of that dotted white line, we're going to cut toward the top of the fish. And you can feel your blade riding those Y bones. You can feel that. All the way back to the lateral line, pull that away. Now right directly on the lateral line, again, angle it toward the top of the fish. That's it. There's all your bones there. You can run your hand along it. No bones. It's a boneless northern. And that's it. Dave McRoberts, Arrowhead Lodge, saying come and visit us sometime. Clean your northern for you. Take care.